Let me tell you something real. One fall after 60 can change everything. It could mean a broken hip, a long hospital stay, or even losing that independence you've worked so hard to keep. Believe me, this isn't just talk. The CDC says 1 in 4 adults over 65 in the U.S. takes a fall each year. That makes it the #1 cause of injury. And you know what happens after that. The fear sets in. People start moving less. And when you move less, your muscles get weaker. It's like a domino effect. But here's the good news, it doesn't have to be your story. Look at Japan. It's normal to see folks in their 80s, even 90s, walking to the market, tending their gardens, living fully on their own. What's their secret? It's not magic. It's not perfect genes or pricey supplements. It's something way simpler. Research from Harvard Health and the Mayo Clinic shows this: just a few minutes of gentle balance training each day can lower your risk of falling by almost 30%. That's huge. And the best part, you don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership. Just 3 simple moves with your own body. That's enough to build strength, balance, and confidence in your daily life. Alright, so here's what we'll do. I'll guide you through each move, step by step, safe and clear, and at your pace. But before we jump in, I want to know, what city are you watching from right now? Go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any of these workouts. Now let's begin with the very first move, the one Japanese doctors even prescribe like medicine. Alright, let's picture this together. Imagine you're walking on a balance beam. One foot right in front of the other, heel touching toe. That's the heel-to-toe walk, sometimes called the tandem walk. Sounds simple, right? But trust me, don't underestimate it. This little move trains your balance the same way a tightrope artist does. Every step wakes up those tiny stabilizing muscles in your ankles. It sharpens your body's awareness of where you are in space. And it teaches your nervous system how to react quickly when life tries to throw you off balance. Harvard research even shows that practicing this daily can seriously cut your risk of falling. And you'll notice it in the everyday stuff, like stepping off a curb, moving through a busy hallway, or walking across a slick kitchen floor. So here's how you do it. Stand tall, arms relaxed, chest open, shoulders soft. Place the heel of your right foot right in front of the toes on your left, like you're following an invisible line. Keep your eyes forward, not down. Gently tighten your core. Then take it slow, step heel to toe, for 10, maybe 20 steps. Pause, turn carefully, and come back the same way. No need to rush. The slower you go, the more your body learns. And if you feel unsteady, stay near a wall or countertop. You might just need a fingertip for support. If you stumble or feel dizzy, stop, reset your posture, and start again. Now you can make this fit wherever you are today. If you're brand new, widen your stance a bit and keep a hand lightly on the wall for confidence. If you've been practicing, challenge yourself. Maybe close your eyes for a few steps, or try it on a soft surface like a yoga mat. That makes those stabilizers work even harder. The key here is consistency. Just a few rounds each day can lead to amazing results. I've seen it happen. One of my clients, Mary, she's 72, used to shuffle nervously every time she had to step off a curb. At church, she'd cling to the pews because she didn't trust her balance. But after just 2 weeks of heel-to-toe practice, she walked in tall, steady, and free of that anxious grip. She told me it felt like she got her confidence back. And that's what this is all about, taking away fear and replacing it with trust in your own body. All right, now that your whole system is awake and moving with more control, let's kick it up a notch. The next move is one of the simplest but also one of the most powerful tests of independence. It starts with something you probably haven't practiced in years: standing tall on just one leg. Don't forget, go ahead and leave your name and city in the comments. I'd love to know where you're joining me from. And hey, if this is helpful, hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss the next workout. All right, let me paint this picture for you. Standing on one leg is like hitting a reset button for your whole system. Your body and brain working together in perfect sync. In Japan, doctors actually prescribe this just 1 minute per leg every day like preventive medicine. The same way a doctor here might hand out blood pressure pills. And science backs it up. A long-term study from Fukuoka University found that older adults who practiced single-leg standing daily had 68% fewer hip fractures. 68%. That's no small number. What this move really does is train your nervous system, your inner ear, and your core muscles to react quickly. So when life throws you a wobble, a missed stare, an uneven sidewalk, or even pulling on your pants in the morning, you're ready to catch yourself. Here's how to start. Stand tall next to a wall or a sturdy chair so you've got something nearby for support. Slowly lift one foot just a couple of inches off the ground. Nothing fancy. Just enough so you're balancing on the other leg. Keep your eyes focused straight ahead. Gently engage your core. And breathe steady. Hold it for 10 to 20 seconds, then put your foot down and switch sides. Do 2 or 3 rounds on each leg with little rests in between. If you're brand new, you can even let your toe hover close to the floor, barely brushing it. As you get stronger, challenge yourself. Maybe close your eyes for a few seconds. Or turn your head gently side to side. These small tweaks wake up even more of your balance system. But remember, safety comes first. If you feel sharp pain, dizziness, or anything that doesn't feel right, stop and reset. You don't need to nail it in one day. Think of this like practice. Like teaching your body a language it once knew but hasn't spoken in a while. And here's the best part, you can slip this into your everyday life. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth, waiting for the microwave, or talking on the phone. Every second is like adding to your balance savings account, building resilience for when you need it most. I've seen this transformation myself. John, a 68-year-old from Phoenix, told me he hadn't stood on one leg in years. At first, he clutched the counter tight and barely made it 2 seconds. But he stuck with it. After 2 weeks, he proudly told me he could brush his teeth, standing on one leg, no hands steady as ever. Such a small move, such a big change. That's the kind of quiet confidence this exercise gives back. And once you've got that solid one-leg balance, your body's ready for the next step. It's time to bring back a lost human skill. One that Japanese elders keep for life. The ability to sink into a deep resting squat and rise again with ease. Go ahead and leave your name and city in the comments so I know where you're joining from. And don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the next workout. If you've ever walked through a Japanese garden, you might have noticed something beautiful. Elders sitting deep in a squat, chatting with neighbors, tending to plants, heels, flat backs, relaxed bodies steady. It looks so natural. But here in America, let's be honest, many folks over 60 can't hold that position for more than a few seconds without wobbling or feeling uncomfortable. And that's a shame, because the deep resting squat is more than just sitting low to the ground. It's like a full body reset. It restores mobility in your hips, ankles, and spine. It strengthens your quads, your glutes, even your pelvic floor. Research out of Tokyo followed thousands of older adults. They found that those who could hold a squat for 2 minutes or longer had a 70% lower risk of needing assisted living later on. 70%. That's huge. Why? Because this simple skill translates directly into independence, the ability to bend, rise, and move with confidence instead of fear. So here's how you start safely. Stand with your back against a wall, feet about shoulder width apart. Let your toes turn out just a bit. Slowly lower your hips like you're sinking toward your heels. Keep your chest open and make sure your weight is in your heels, not your toes. Only go as low as feels comfortable. Don't force it. If your heels lift, no problem, just slide a rolled towel under them. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe steady. Then rise back up with control. Repeat 3 to 5 times. Over time, you'll notice your hips loosen, your knees feel steadier, and the whole movement just gets easier. If you're brand new, start with a partial squat using a sturdy chair for support. And if you've been practicing, you can work your way up to a free deep squat, No wall holding longer as your strength and mobility improve. Now think about how practical this is in real life. Kneeling down in the garden, tying your shoes without straining your back, picking something up off the floor without fear you'll get stuck. This move gets you ready for all of that. One of my clients, Linda, she's 70. After 3 weeks of supported squats, she told me she could finally kneel down and play blocks with her grandson. First time in years. She said it felt like a piece of her life had been given back. And that's the real gift of this exercise. It's not just about muscles. It's about freedom. So now your balance is sharper. Your stability's stronger. Your hips are freer. Put them all together and you've got the recipe for staying strong, steady, and independent well into your later years. And here's the best part. These aren't just exercises. They're your daily investment in strength and confidence. Go ahead and leave your name and city in the comments. I'd love to know where you're watching from. And don't forget to hit subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the next session. All right, so there you have it. 3 simple but powerful moves that can truly change the way you move through life. The heel-to-toe walk sharpens your balance with every single step. The single leg stand brings back that daily stability and helps prevent falls. And the resting squat that one gives you hip freedom, leg strength, and the independence we all want to hold on to. Each one takes less than a minute. Yet when you put them together, they build up like compound interest, paying you back in strength and confidence. Every rep you do is one step away from fear and one step closer to freedom. And that's really what this is all about. Staying mobile, enjoying walks without hesitation, traveling without worry, bending down to garden, playing with your grandkids right there on the floor. You don't have to wait for this. Start today, even if it's just 10 seconds. Your body will thank you. Go ahead and drop a comment with your first name and your city. I'd love to know where you're training with us. And hey, if this video gave you value, give it a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell. Share it with a friend who might need this gentle reminder. Together, we can build a stronger, safer, and more independent community. And if you're ready to keep that momentum going, I've got something special for you. You've just felt what it's like to regain balance and strength. Now, imagine melting away stress instantly with movements Japanese elders have practiced for generations. Don't miss the next video, over 50 Japanese elders' 6 yoga stretches to reduce stress instantly. It might be the missing piece you've been looking for. Every squat, every step, every stand, it's not just exercise. It's your story of strength. And trust me, it's never too late to begin.